What is good, YouTube? And today we're actually going to be looking at this tier list that I've made for the Mystic Custom banner. As you guys know, with the Mystic Custom banner in the game, you basically can choose whatever ML 5-star that you want that isn't too new or from a collaboration. So you can see at the bottom here, these 5 characters are not available, and then basically summon on it like a regular Mystic banner. 4-star characters are not available, so those will be locked to, I think it's ML Kawazu right now. So we're just looking at the 5-star characters, and you can see I separated them into 3 tiers. We have the best picks. I think these units are going to be the best bang for your buck. The decent tier, these units are also pretty solid, but honestly, most likely you're going to want to skip on them because, not going to be really worth it in case a really powerful Moonlight 5-star comes out in the future, which probably will happen because usually these Mystic Custom banners happen right before a very powerful ML 5-star. Maybe like ML Arunka will be very strong. And then we also have the tier, not really worth going for unless you, for some reason, really love one of these characters and really want to use them. Of course, this is just my own opinion, so if you actually go for a character that I don't recommend, it's up to you, honestly, but this is what I personally recommend just generally in terms of usability and if you'll be able to actually utilize these characters a lot on your account as you're progressing through PvE and PvP. Starting off, we have the best picks. I think these 6 units are very strong. It really depends on what you really want. If you're looking for a very powerful opener, New Moon Luna, Sea Phantom Politis, and Harsetti are very strong. New Moon Luna and Sea Phantom Politis are probably the 2 best characters in the game right now for PvP. Extremely oppressive in Guild Wars offense. ML Politis is also very good on defense teams, and in general, these characters are just super good for as well, World Arena. Because of that, very good characters here. ML Ilyanov is also a pretty solid knight. If you're looking for a good mitigation character, she's probably the best one in the game because she reduces penetration effects. There's so many of those in the game currently. Because of that, she's very strong. If you're looking for good injury characters, Death Dealer Ray and Urban Shadow Shu, very good. They're super strong at just putting the max HP of enemies very low. And they do a ton of damage because not only do they do injuries, but they also can, do extra damage based off of the injuries inflicted. And Death Dealer Ray, super tanky, can sleep the enemy, very annoying. And Urban Shadow Shu is just very bulky because she has a lot of health. She's also very fast, and she has stealth exclusive equipment, which gives her stealth every turn, which makes her really oppressive right now. So definitely 2 of the best injury characters, very strong. Next, we have Harsetti, also an opener. She's more going to be used on defense teams just to be very annoying, and in general, she's just very powerful as well. You pretty much guarantee the first turn with her, so it's very frustrating to play against. And if you're looking for a very good oppressive opener like that, Harsetti's good. She does have more counters than a lot of the other characters on this list though, so you have to be careful, but she's still a very strong pick nonetheless. Next, we're breaking into the decent tier list. These characters are still very good, but they do have more limited uses. So Abyss Leofine, pretty solid defense team character, mostly going to be paired with something like a Conquer Ilias that can pull her with dual attacks. She's very good on teams that will pull her with dual attacks, like I mentioned, so you do need actually to build a team around her, but she's still pretty solid. We have Bellion here, also a very powerful unit still, always has been good since their release because she shuts down soul generation. So if you're fighting a team in World Arena with a lot of souls, you can just pick her in the 3rd slot and just pretty much win. And she's pretty solid on arena offense as well if you pick her into teams that can actually proc her counterattacks over and over. Fallen Cecilia, newly reworked, pretty powerful damage mitigator now. She's pretty strong. I don't think she's as good as ML Ilyanov, but she's definitely like the 2nd best knight in the game for just PvP, so pretty strong there. Zio is a pretty good first turn character. He pretty much makes it so that you go first, similar to Harsetti. If you pair them together, you're just gonna lap around the enemy team over and over. So pretty solid unit at going first, and you pretty much need him to play cleave. Dragon Bride Senya, also a good mitigation knight, more damage oriented, a lot easier to play around though because you just kind of hit her with like the ML Luna, or you just kind of ignore the backline unit. Or you just bring injuries into her because she's very reliant on her health pool, so more counters, but still a very strong unit. Ambitious Tywin and Blood Moon Haste, both kind of like tanky support units. Ambitious Tywin is more for defense breaking and just provoking, And cleansing your team, Blood Moon Haste is for his broken passive, where you shield everyone if an ally dies, and you can revive them with your S3, which hits super hard. So very powerful utility units, just they fit different roles, but you know, also get countered very hard by injury. You're going to see that a lot of health scaling characters right now are hard to play because you have Urban Shadow Shrew and Death Dealer Ray just destroying them, so yeah, same thing for them. Archdemon Shadow on the speed build, super annoying after rework, very powerful. Yeah, just a strong unit, but nothing like super oppressive like the other characters. Eternal Wanderer Ludwig, one of the best cleave characters in the game, gets hard countered by Bellion, but if you bring him with a ton of souls on your team, with like Toghel's Ancient Book, and you just soul run on him over and over, you just win the game. Meter Cowrick, pretty solid cleanser, but that's pretty much it. There's a lot of other characters that can do his job though, so just keep that in mind. He's mostly going to be like best suited for just autoing like arena offense and stuff like that, because he cleanses and also puts up immunity for your team. So regardless of if he goes first, before the enemy debuffers, or if he goes after them, it doesn't really matter, so very good in auto teams. Requiem Moana, another cleave unit, paired with Zio, very oppressive. You also need to bring her with a lot of, you know, different characters. Fire Litica after the buffs is going to be good with her. Green Litica is also very good with her. There's a lot of characters you have to actually bring with her to make her decent. Navy Captain Landy, just an okay damage dealer now. Too many counters to her, honestly, but still pretty powerful. She gets shut down hard by Imperial Ilinov. She kind of loses to Urban Shadow Shrew as well, because she's a single target damage dealer, but she does AoE damage in the sense, so it's really hard to proc her counterattack. And she also gets countered by just a lot of random characters that counterattacks, like Green Mort and stuff like that. Just really shut her down. Ruel of Light, pretty good soul user, good revives, good healing, right? Pretty annoying as well because she has a revive for herself. But like I mentioned, in long fights against any of these characters in the top row, you just pretty much lose, so it's hard to actually utilize her. This is the tier list though I have. Don't want to make the video too long because you can just look at it and kind of you know, choose for yourself. If you guys want to actually just choose anything that's in the tier I didn't even mention, which is the kind of the bad tier, really up to you. But I highly recommend, if you're not going for the top 6 or even like some of the decent characters that you really want, that you just skip, because we do have a lot of new Moonlight 5-stars coming out and some of them look pretty cool. And I think Smilegate, because they're doing like this like returning player event thing with Origin and all these events, they're really trying to get people to stay and play. So they'll probably release a very good ML 5-star and give out a lot of Mystic Metals so people can summon for them. So you don't want to be in the situation where you're out of resources. So yeah, maybe wait till the end of the Mystic Custom Banner to see what's releasing after. They'll probably announce a new ML 5-star after this. So if you really want to be safe, you should wait till the end, like the last few days, before deciding whether to summon on this banner or not. And it's really up to you whether you go for the new character or one of these characters on this Mystic Custom Banner. This Mystic Custom Banner is very nice though, because you can switch between the units at free will. You don't have to lock yourself into one. So, you know, if you're going for multiple units, that's going to be very nice for you as well. But that's pretty much it for this video though, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.